It's time for a little comedy, a little content, and a lot of conversation. It's the Geno Jones Show, exclusively right here on YouTube. And now here's your host, Geno Jones.
Hey, it's showtime. What's happening, everybody? Geno Jones Showtime. I'm coming to you live. Yes, I am, Monday through Friday. So I have a new start time, 7:30. 7:30, you got that, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 6:30 Chicago time. I'm multitasking. Bear with me, guys. I just need to take a peek at something real quick. All right, well, make sure my levels are good. That's what I love about live television. All right. By the way, the show is interactive. So if you are watching me live right now, thank you. And please, feel free. You can join the conversation. You can start a conversation. If you have questions, you may have a question for my guest today. Got a very special new feature, with our new sponsor coming up very shortly. So 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 6:30 Central Time, 4:30 p.m. live in Los Angeles and Las Vegas and everybody on the West Coast. Tell everybody to subscribe to the channel, the Geno Jones Show YouTube channel. I only need about 107 new, less than 110, right? Just a little over 100 new subscribers to become a YouTube partner. That means my media company, it will get a check from YouTube every month. Because the audience, the viewers are growing, my subscribers are growing, the viewership. I just got my what they call analytics, my numbers. So YouTube keeps track of like how many people watch, for how long, how many minutes. So my July numbers were great. My views, viewership, time watching and everything. So thank everybody that's just been watching the show on a regular basis, either live or at your own convenience. All of my episodes on my YouTube channel. Once again, tell everybody to subscribe, share, like, the screen grab. Make sure you leave your comments in the comment section. Now, like I said, the show is interactive, so if you're watching me live right now, you got a comment or question and want me to shout out somebody, you, whoever, whatever it is, birthday, anniversary, celebrating you got a job, celebrating you got away from them, you know, that job that drove you crazy, and that damn boss that you wanted to slap the taste out of his or her mouth, celebrating a new relationship, a new baby, celebrating you got rid of that no good, lousy ass man or lousy ass woman that you had. Whatever it is, it's all good with me. All right, so please. As a matter of fact, I joined my executive producer, my number one fan, my mother, Mary Dixon, who's already started a conversation off in the chat room. And I know my new sponsor and my guest. I know some of her crew, her team, her universe is watching, so I welcome you to the show. You all can jump in that chat room, please. I love to get your feedback, hear your comments, questions, or whatever. You know, we do what we do right here, but spread the word. And it's so important that we support Black-owned media. Before I bring my guest on, as a matter of fact, so I try to do at least once a week a feature, support a Black-owned business. And I've been saying this for so long, but it is really clear now that we are all we got. Do you know that in the last 3 months, over 300,000, I think the number I saw was around 331,000 Black women have lost their jobs. So many companies that had people in their diversity, equity, and inclusion departments are gone. America has basically given Black folks, Black America, and brown America too, and poor working class white America, their ass to kiss. But you know, a lot of these poor white folks ain't figured it out yet. Now, but more and more figuring it out. I see you all at these town halls, even some of the MAGA red hat wearing folks is like, hey, wait a minute now. I just thought it was gonna be them Negroes and them Muslims and them Mexicans and them women that need to be in their place in the kitchen, barefoot and pregnant, and them trans folks. I didn't know you was gonna come for me and my Social Security or my Medicaid. Yes, they was coming for your ass too, because they despise you more than they do us. Somebody that looks like me. Because this game, they rigged the game for Well, actually, they didn't rig it for you. No, if you didn't have wealth, they didn't rig it for poor and working class white folks. They considered you, they called you peasants. No, but they pitted you. They created this thing called race to pit you, poor working class people, Europeans primarily, because Europeans never called themselves white until they created this construct called race, which is a con game. I've been talking about it a lot. But anyway, I've created this segment because it is so clear that we are all we got. But the truth is, we are all we need. And we got everything we need when we come together. So I use the humor and the entertainment and the celebrity guests and all that and just the intense monologues that's always on fire to get you to come in. But also I want to use the platform to celebrate the culture, the community, to give a platform and voices to businesses and people and just people in the community, just to give us another platform where we can share knowledge and wisdom. We can be inspired. We entertain, but we empower and we enlighten and we encourage and we inspire and we become the wind beneath the wings and we pass on wisdom and knowledge. Put you up on game, as they used to say on the south side of Chicago when I was a kid, put you up on game. That means to give you some knowledge, wisdom, education, to pass on the blueprint on how that you can do it and we can do it, and collectively we come together, we are unstoppable. And the forces that are the forces that are trying to oppress us, that oppressed our ancestors, but in spite of that, they got through it, and here we are. So we've seen this. This is just a modern day version of the end of Reconstruction, the first Reconstruction in the late 1800s. Oh, but it's going to turn out a little different this time because we're all we got. We're all we need. We got everything we need. We control $2 trillion. Let me say that again. Just black people in America, black Americans. $2 trillion in spending power. Oh, ask Target. Oh, they effed around and found out. Oh, yeah, and some of these other companies. So all these companies is getting rid of their diversity, equity, and inclusion programs. You know, we really didn't want to be bothered with you. And as my grandmother taught me, she said, Jeannie, never beg anybody to take your money. Never beg anybody to take your money. You're not doing me a favor by taking my money and letting me spend money with you, your business, buying your product, your service, your goods. You are not doing me a favor. I'm doing you a favor. So we're going to just recycle that. We're going to keep it in-house. Yesterday, my monologue was about BET, which is now on a company called Skydance Media. This 42-year-old CEO, a guy named David Ellison. So his dad, a guy named Larry Ellison, a billionaire, founded Oracle. So his son formed this company, Skydance Media, out there in out Southern California, somewhere around Santa Monica, out in that general area. So anyway, Skydance Media bought Paramount. Paramount owned CBS. And also CBS owned BET, MTV, VH1, Comedy Central. So yesterday they had their Paramount or Skydance had the black CEO of BET announced that the Soul Train Awards and the BET Hip Hop Awards are going to be indefinitely suspended. See, that's just the beginning. They start with Soul Train Awards and BET Hip Hop, but there's going to be the BET Awards. But it's going to be very interesting because this dude just spent $8 billion to buy all of Paramount. The movies, just the whole movie production aspect, all of that. But you got CBS's network, fired Stephen Colbert. Stephen Colbert's like, I'm good. Stephen Colbert can come on YouTube and make a killing. He doesn't need CBS. So we don't need CBS, we don't need Paramount, we don't need Skydance. We're all we got. Even here on YouTube, This is just a launching pad. We are creating our own platforms to stream live. Shout out to what Roland Martin is doing. Is it Black Star Network? We can do this, and we are doing it, and I'm doing it. And 2025 going into 2026, I got some really big announcements. So on that note, let me segue to my brand. First of all, I have a new sponsor. Shout out to Kojo LLC, Cojo LLC, Courtney Johnson. She is the CEO of Kojo LLC. She is a real estate expert. She is an insurance expert. She's just a brilliant sister, just beautiful inside and outside, funny, brilliant, super smart, fan of the show. And I'm so honored that she saw something in me as a host, and the passion and the commitment to the culture and the community. Because all this other stuff, as they call it, content creator. Look, 20 years later, I still got a #1 radio show here in Charleston, South Carolina. I've done TV. I have, which y'all call creating content. When you do a show, Stephen Colbert, content creator. Anybody, just, you name it, any late night talk show host. Now you got Jennifer Hudson, you got everybody think they can be a TV and radios, and that's cool with it. Fine, jump in the water. It's warm and it's deep, but I'm a master swimmer, so I love the competition. I don't even look at it as competition because AI can't clone this, because it can't clone your spirit and your soul. That's one thing. AI may be able to clone a lot, but it cannot clone your spirit, and it can't clone your soul. So anyway, so big shout out to Kojo LLC. And as I told you guys, we're going to be debuting a new segment on the show called Courtney's Corner. So without any further delay, because she's been very patient to let me go ahead and get my rant, go ahead and let me cook. Let me get my shots off. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to say welcome, thank you, and welcome to the brand new sponsor, one of the brand new sponsors, the latest sponsor, brand new sponsor for the Geno Jones Show, the CEO of Kojo LLC, and she is the host, this is her segment that you will be seeing on a regular basis, Courtney's Corner. Welcome, Courtney Johnson, to the show. Hello, look at her. She got that billion-dollar smile.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited and honored to be here. So thank you for allowing me to have this section and this new segment on your show. So thank you.
Well, thank you. And shout out to your dentist. I need a new dentist because mine are white, but man, your pearly whites is like super pearly white. So I'm jealous. So I gotta, I've been doing the over-the-counter stuff, but shout out to your dentist. So after the show, you may have to give me that number so I can get that Kojo super white smile and shine going.
I will. So welcome to Courtney's Corner. This is going to be where legacy meets lifestyle. I really want this to be an opportunity for purpose to pull up with love, laughter, and sometimes it's going to be natural curls. It's not always going to be this fresh blowout. So just make sure everyone's ready for that. But as you mentioned, I'm Courtney, an entrepreneur, a real estate investor, a board chair, community advocate in Charleston in the Low Country, speaker, CEO, friend, daughter, fiance, and sometimes I'm just a tired Black woman just trying to keep it all together. So we're going to hear a lot about that as well. But this podcast is for everybody. It's whether you're building a business, building a family, building yourself back up, all three at once, any of those things, we're going to be able to talk about that. So I want to make sure everyone knows this podcast is for everyone.
So Courtney, I want to start with the origin story once again. So you'll see this is a segment inside of the Geno Jones Show that you'll see at least a couple times a month. So if you don't mind, let's start with your origin story.
Oh, goodness. So I am an only child, but I'm a military kid. So what we call a military brat, meaning I've lived all over. I've actually been to 49 states. The only state I have not been to is Alaska, and
Wow.
I have no desire. But
So wait. Now, how many of those states did you actually live in?
at least 12. At least 12. Yes, and then I travel for work too, so that helps to add up the states quickly. So, but yes, I was born in Alexandria, Louisiana, which a lot of people don't know there was in Alexandria, Louisiana, but I was only there for 3 months, so it really doesn't count, and I've never been back. So, but yes, Alexandria, Louisiana, and then we moved on from there. I claim Nebraska as my home state, and North Carolina is my home state. So yes, there are Black people in Nebraska. I have a T-shirt that says that. Shout out to my link sister who
So
created the T-shirt
what?
that
Let
says
me,
that.
Courtney. Let me just jump in. What part of Nebraska were you in?
Omaha, Nebraska.
Okay.
Bellevue, Nebraska is where I went to high school, but Omaha, Nebraska is where I claim.
Okay.
Yeah,
Good deal. So you went to high school? You said in Omaha.
I did in
Okay.
Yeah, Bellevue West. That's correct. Yes.
So extracurricular. Were you an athlete, cheerleader? What were you doing?
I tried everything. So I did ROTC. I was on the swim team. I was a cheerleader. I did band the first year. I did volleyball for a long time. The only thing I didn't do was basketball and softball. I did track for a while. I was even a track coach in
Really?
Nebraska as well too. So shout
So
out to my
what
kids.
event did you compete in?
Oh my gosh, I did the shot put and discus, and then
Okay.
I also did 4 by 100 for a little short stint, not long.
Okay. I was gonna say you. I can see you as a sprinter. I can see you doing. I kind of figure you would either doing 100 or 200. That was your event.
Yes, and then I did a half marathon as an adult, one time and one time only.
Yeah. Yeah. I was always super. I was like faster than everybody that I competed with, and I played semi-pro football. But yeah, I'm the whole marathon. That's
Oh,
anything after 200 meters. Like, I think I did
5Ks.
one or two. I think I did one, maybe two 5Ks. But I'm just
Yeah.
not. That's not. I'm not a fan. For me, I'll do a couple miles just for some cardio. But yeah, I'm not a distance. That's my thing. So okay, so we pick up. So you were like Miss Everything in high school. Were you like homecoming princess or queen?
No, I did not do any of that. No, no.
Okay.
Just cheerleading, and that was good. That was enough.
After high school, what was next?
After high school, I took an RTC scholarship and went to UNC Charlotte. So I did attend there. All of my family, the other home state I claim is North Carolina. All of them went to North Carolina A&T. I was the grandchild that said, "Yeah, let's try something not as close to family." So it had to be a little bit of a longer drive. So I went to UNC Charlotte. So I did not go to A&T, but yes, went to UNC Charlotte.
so
Shout out
let's
to my 49ers.
so let's fast forward.
Yep.
Like I said at the open, during the open, you are a real. I consider you a real estate expert, and you are also insurance industry expert. So you have your own real estate company. So you just listen. It's your corner. So
Okay.
you can let us know the entree. Is your entree? Do you want to tell? Well, of course, we want to hear about your business because, like I said, this is all about promoting, black-owned businesses and black-owned business owners to give you all a platform, so people can get to see who you are and learn your amazing story. But also, I know you have a very interesting story about working in the insurance industry and
Yes.
who is one of the owners of this insurance company. So
Yes.
I'll let you tell your story because nobody can tell your story better than you. So please.
This is very true. So I've been in the group insurance space for over 25 years. Always been in the group insurance side, national accounts, sales, and service. Worked at Mutual of Omaha because again, I started in Nebraska. Worked at Mutual of Omaha, then transitioned over to MetLife, then transitioned to Prudential, and then transitioned to Atlanta Life Insurance Company. We're the only remaining Black-owned financial institution from the 1900s. So as you mentioned, we're all we got. We don't have a lot left when it comes to the insurance world. We are
Wow.
the only ones remaining from the 1900s. We're excited about that. A group of investors did purchase us in 2023. And so in that acquisition, I was recruited to work from Prudential to work at Atlanta Life and work there now. So I work for a group of investors, and one of those being Magic Johnson. So yes.
So wait, man, how cool is it to work for Magic Johnson and what is he like to work for? We know we've seen him. Of course, he was one of the all-time greats on the court, but he's very enthusiastic, high energy, always a smile. What is he like to work for in business?
Just the exact same way. I think I love the fact that he wants each of the companies that he owns to have its own legacy and stand up on its own foundation. So he's very hands off, but really there when you need him. So that's the exciting part of actually getting this company to live on its legacy and live on the history, and actually talking a lot more about our founder, Alonzo Herndon, and him being an enslaved man. And actually, the reason why he started this insurance company was because we couldn't acquire insurance. We were considered property. So for a Black man to start an insurance company and to continue it on, and then for Magic to continue that legacy, it's powerful and it's meaningful for me. We call it a passion and purpose job, and that's
I
truly what
love
I
it.
have.
So for those viewing, define group insurance and
Yeah.
who could, like, just me as an individual, is this a policy I could get, or is this like group insurance if you have a small business or medium-sized business?
Right now, it's a large business because we are a reinsurance company, meaning
Oh,
business to business insurance company. So, meaning we partner with insurance carriers. So, we amplify their messages. But will we have individual products coming out? Yes, we will in 2026. So, you'll start to see some advertisements, you'll start to see some ads and some more publicity and campaigns in regards to our individual product that will be coming in 2026. So, excited to, I'll share those things along the way as well. So,
cool.
yes,
Exciting. So now let's talk about your business, because
yes,
you are also in real estate. So come on now, we shout out
yes.
to Magic and them, but you got a dynamic practice in terms of real estate on your own. So let's hear that origin story. I'm sure it's a very inspirational story.
It is. So my best friend and I started to purchase houses in that first housing crash in 2008. We decided, now's the time to get into the market and kind of see what we could do. And so I consider my daytime job what they call a nine to thrive. So meaning that it funds my entrepreneurship spirit. So every time I would move to a new location, I would buy a house and then I would keep that house and turn it into a rental, or I'd buy houses on the side as my years progressed in the group insurance space. So acquired over 13 rental properties in South Carolina, North Carolina, Texas, and Nebraska, and excited to continue to invest, and excited to continue to invest in all the communities that I've ever lived and ever touched. So yes,
And so is that Kojo LLC?
that is Kojo LLC. That is correct.
So
Yes.
so what city, what market did you purchase your first home, and what was what's the biggest lesson? What's the one thing? Because there's always ups and downs. So
Oof.
was there because for me, failure, when people consider failure, something goes wrong. I always tell people the only time you fail is when you don't take the lesson that you learned when something didn't go right and keep
Right.
going. It's
This is
it's
true.
not failure until you
No,
quit.
this is true. This is true.
What we in this society, what they call a failure is a lesson.
This is true.
And we could take a lesson for it. It's just like a scientist. They go in the lab. They technically could fail for years. And then but they keep going and they master and learn and take notes. And then one day, voila, they'll come up with some great invention, a cure to whatever. And so in life, it's just what in this society we call failures are just lessons. And as long as you keep going and keep moving and keep striving and learning and going back in the lab, it's not a failure, it's a lesson. But what was the most important lesson, and what was the best piece of advice that somebody gave you for your business?
So I call these lessons pivots because it really is like it's a pivot. It's an opportunity just to change a little bit of direction, maybe try it again, maybe do a U-turn, but definitely pivot and not do that again. I'd say my biggest pivot was to stop watching these home repair do-it-yourself TV shows. They make it look easy for a reason. It's
Yes.
30 minutes of content and it looks flashy and
So is you saying it's
yeah.
not because I'm laughing? I got to tell you, full disclosure. I got to tell you why I'm laughing. So I have been probably for 30 years now watching like HGTV DIY
Yep.
because Damaris, my wife, she watches it like I used to watch ESPN. So, but you're right. They do make it look like. And now listen, I worked in TV and radio, so I understand the finished product. So
Yes.
we make it look easy, but there's a
Oh,
lot that goes into it. The editing, what they didn't shoot. But you saying. So you
30 minutes. 30. My first house was in Omaha, and I was like, yes, I can do this. I can paint this whole house. I'm sure. My best friend and I were like, we'll just go in here and we'll just start painting. So we went out and bought a gallon of paint. Didn't realize, we need primer. We need to scrape the paint. We need to do like none of that's shown in this clips in the 30 minutes. It's kind of like, oh, you just go in there and it's already what you don't know, it's already primed. It's already been stripped. It's already been sanded. Like, so you miss some important steps along the way. So we pivoted and we don't paint anymore on our own. We do hire some painters for some of the houses that we purchase and keep. So yes, that was the best lesson learned. I say the best advice. Every house is unique. Every house is different, and they're going to help to support someone's unique needs and address some of the concerns and questions that a tenant might have. And it's okay to say, hey, this house may be for me, or this house might not be for me. So that's probably the best advice I've had, is just to think about it from a unique perspective. Not all houses are the same.
So, Courtney, in your Courtney's Corner, during your segments, I guess every segment you'll probably have a different theme,
Yes.
to where. So now, do you want? I'm sure you do. Listen, anybody watching, you can leave a comment. Like I said, please leave your comments in my comment section. If you're watching me live right now, you can jump in my chat room. But also, I'm thinking, if somebody's watching now and they may have a question, is there an email address, or you have a website where they can get it in touch with you? And do you have any idea for your next segment what's going to be your main theme or focus for Courtney's Corner? Had you produced the show that far yet?
I have actually, because August, as you mentioned, is, we're all we got. So this month is Black Philanthropy Month. So I really want to make sure we take some time to talk about some of the Black philanthropists in Charleston, and also talk about some of the nonprofit organizations that are supporting philanthropy in the Low Country and across the nation, especially from a minority perspective. So 25% of Black households give more than our white counterparts do. But some of those funds aren't always directed back towards us. And so back to We All We Got, it's important for us to talk about those Black philanthropy groups. So I'll talk about that in our next section.
So if anybody's watching with your real estate company, do you help people purchase homes, sell homes?
I will walk you through it, give you some advice, and tell you some of the programs that are available. Definitely here to lend an ear, and give some direction. So you can email me at ccj33@hotmail.com. And I do have a website as well, www.cojallc.com.
Wonderful, wonderful. What cities, what markets do you sell homes? Because I know we got people watching all over the country. So I know you said Nebraska, Texas.
Yep, Texas, Nebraska.
Atlanta, right?
Nope, not Atlanta yet. Not yet. Speaking into existence, but North Carolina is the other one.
North Carolina, and of course here in Charleston, South Carolina.
That's correct. Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, there you go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, very first episode of Courtney's Corner. With our new sponsor, Courtney Johnson, the CEO of Cojo LLC. See, you did a great job.
Thank you.
See, I'm going to spill the tea. We talked a couple days ago. And Courtney was a little nervous. She was cool with it, but I could just tell the conversation. I was like, just relax. And it was a text. The text told on you. I was like,
it probably did.
I was like, I got you. You good. But listen, you are a natural for this. And you have a natural spirit and heart to help people. And there's just a level of humanity and compassion and empathy that we have talked about even off camera, which is one of the things that a bond that we shared. So I'm just excited to have you, and excited for you to go ahead and to help those who want to purchase homes, or maybe they want to sell a home, just to learn about the industry in terms of real estate, and to learn a lot about insurance, because like you said, later on in the year, you'll have a big announcement, because your insurance company now is basically for large companies, but I guess they will have a product, I guess that's the term to use, for the consumers, for the regular consumers.
Correct. We'll probably talk about it in September, which is Life Insurance Awareness Month, so we'll talk about it then as well. See,
she done her homework. She got the map already. August, which I didn't know was Black Philanthropy Month, so thank you for that. So
you're welcome.
In September. All right, so once again, Let everybody know where they can follow you on social media and give your contact information because there's somebody watching right now that maybe they're in one of those states, somewhere here in the Carolina, South Carolina, North Carolina, or Texas, or in Nebraska that's looking to buy a home or sell a home or just wants to get some information. So give us that contact information and where they can follow you on social media. One more time, please.
It is ccj33@hotmail.com. And then my website is www.kojollc.com as well.
And that's a pretty fly graphic. So did you tell me you made that graphic?
I did make this graphic. I'm working with AI. Maybe one day we'll talk about AI, but I love my chat GPT.
Well, listen, it's Courtney's corner. So whatever you decide to talk about is your corner. So feel you right. You got I may have the neighborhood, but this is your corner now. Courtney is slinging that knowledge and wisdom and information on her corner. She's slinging something positive on her corner.
Thank you.
So there you go. So thank you, and thank you for being a new sponsor. We really appreciate it and excited to partner up with you and looking forward to seeing you in Courtney's corner. So once again, thank you, Courtney Johnson, the CEO of Kojo LLC. Have a great rest of your, well, I guess if you're watching us live, evening here now. The Carolinas, you may still afternoon out on the West Coast. So we'll see you next time and have a great weekend too. Thank you, Courtney.
Thank you.
All right, she did a great job. Go ahead, a star is born. I told her she was a little nervous. I'm like, you're gonna be great. You'll be fine. Let me get back on camera myself. There we go. So shout out to Ms. Courtney Johnson, new sponsor, Kojo LLC of the Geno Jones Show. So you'll see our segment at least a couple times a month. We're looking at it twice a month at least. And then eventually, we're looking at probably doing the segment once a week. But, she's busy. She travels a lot. So we're trying to work it around her schedule. Thank you for letting me be a part of your life. As always, God bless each and every one of you. And you, and especially you, God, most of all. Thank you for letting me do the Geno Jones Show live Monday through Friday. New start time, 7:30 p.m. Eastern, 6:30 Central Time, 4:30 p.m. out on the West Coast. Tell everybody to please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm only about 107 new subscribers from becoming a YouTube partner. That means my media company, you'll get a check from YouTube every month. It is so important that we support all of our Black-owned institutions and businesses, especially Black-owned media. Because you see how Paramount or the company that bought them, Skydance, you see how they're doing BET? Not going to show the Soul Train Awards and the BET Hip Hop Awards. Well, the BET Awards is going to be next. I don't know, Tyler Perry. Maybe some of y'all need to get together and, hell, buy BET or just form our own network. We'll have that conversation in more detail because I've talked about that a lot. But the truth is, listen, man, we are all we got. But we are all we need. And we got everything we need when we come together. Thank you to Courtney Johnson, the new sponsor, Kojo LLC. If you would like to be a sponsor, if you would like to advertise, I would love to have you as part of the Geno Jones Show family. You can reach out to me, shoot me an email, genojonesshow@gmail. That's how you spell Geno Jones, genojonesshow@gmail. And I'll shoot you an email or just shoot me an email and I'll contact you. Give me contact information, a phone number. We'll set up a meeting, all right? So contact me via email. We'll set up a meeting in person, via Zoom, whatever. And we'll let you know, what it takes to become a sponsor on the Geno Jones Show. I'd love to have you or to advertise. Now listen, you can also support the show financially. Like I said, I can't stress enough how important it is that we support not just Black-owned media, but like I said, all of our Black-owned businesses and institutions. All the cuts in diversity, equity, and inclusion. Over 300,000 Black women have lost jobs in the last 3 months. It's clear. See, my mother said, America's giving us their ass to kiss. I'm not gonna kiss it. I'll kick it. But I ain't want to be bothered with you. Go and take your ass on. How about that? because we are all we got, and we got all we need. We do. We're all we got, but we are all we need, and we got everything we need. So we can show you better than we can tell you. So that's what's going to happen. That's one of the main reasons that I have this show on this platform, to make sure that I display Black excellence and to inspire and to uplift, educate, entertain, but with the entertainment to educate and empower and enlighten and uplift the culture and the community. That's what we do. All right, so shout out to Mr. Markel Bailey, the official barber and hairstylist for the Geno Jones Show. You can check him out. Designer Cuts, it's on Instagram. You can check him out, KLB Cutting Up, KELBECUTTINUP. KLB Cutting Up on IG, on Instagram. Thank you so very much. Allie Jones, the official wardrobe consultant and stylist for the show. You can check her out on IG, Instagram, LX.NCL_. The next live edition is going to be on Friday of this show, my weekend review show. We're going to have some fun, kick it off. I'll be flying the plane solo. My guest co-host K-Love is getting ready for her pageant, so she won't be available tomorrow. I may even, I may dig up and pull up a little surprise guest co-host, but I'm going to be here in living color, and we're going to have a blast. Oh, yeah, we're going to have some fun. All right, so I'm probably going to talk some more about what happened at BET, indefinitely suspending the BET Hip Hop Awards and the Soul Train Awards. But we're going to shout out to Queen Bee, because there's been a lot of buzz about this ad that she did for Levi's and what's next. So we're going to talk about all that, because folks is mad because she came over and just kind of took over country music, had the highest grossing country music tour ever. But what they don't notice, y'all know black folks started this whole country music thing because it wasn't called country music. But we'll talk about that. I'm gonna give you a little history tomorrow. It became country when it was like the poor white folks who was like overseers who learned how to play this thing called a banjo, and this instrument that came from like West Africa that our ancestors brought. And so our enslaved ancestors and sharecroppers, they were playing this thing called a banjo, and then they taught some of the poor white folks how to play it, and they went and basically country music, as we know it, because it was labeled country music by the record industry, and then the country music that the black artists were singing, they called it race music. But we'll talk about, I'll give you all that. We're going to talk about all that on Friday. We're going to have a lot of fun, a big show. Thank you. Who else have we got in here? Hey, Michelle. Oh, thank you, Michelle. Thank you. Make sure you, and Michelle, make sure that you tell everybody you know to tune in live 7:30, but don't wait till 7:30. You can log in. As a matter of fact, about just come around 7:25. Just come to my YouTube channel. You'll see the red light come on when we start streaming live. So we start on time, 7:30. I may even start it a minute or two early. So Michelle, tell everybody. Will do. Thank you. Tell them, please subscribe to my channel. Help me. I only need about 107 new subscribers. And then every month I'll start to get a check from YouTube. I just got an email from YouTube. My numbers for July were great, so thank you. The views were just through the roof. The viewership and the amount of views and the time you guys spent watching the show. YouTube they're watching it. They're like, Geno, you making something happen over there with the Geno Jones Show. So, but that financial support from YouTube and from you. So please, I encourage everybody. No donation is too small or too large. So you can either Zelle or Cash App, my media company. So if you Zelle me, use my email address, GenoJonesShow@gmail, GenoJonesShow@gmail, or you can Cash App $Dad G Jones. It's all one word. It's $, capital D, lowercase a, lowercase d, capital G, capital J, lowercase o, lowercase n, lowercase e, lowercase s. So $Dad G Jones, all one word. Okay. Thank you, Michelle. Yeah, I can't wait till tomorrow. But yes, we are gonna it's gonna be fun. It's going to be fun. I'm going to be on fire. I'm just telling y'all. I may be dressed in, I know I wear black all the time. Y'all say that. But I may be in all black like what did Little Kim say? All black like the Omen. But no, I ain't. I'll be in all black, but not like the Omen. I'm going to be all black. Blacked out. Blackety black, black, black. Because I love us. And we, once again, we all we got, y'all. But we got this because we are all we need. And we got everything we need. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Yes. And I love you too, Michelle. I love each and every one of you all. Thank you so much. Now go tell everybody. Go get on social media. Tell folks we got to help Geno out. He got to get 100. I need 110 new subscribers like tonight. So YouTube can start sending me that check to my media company like ASAP. Because as soon as I cross that threshold, I'm going to be like, yo, YouTube, let's go. Here's the routing number. Go on to Geno Media LLC. So spread that word for me. If you're watching me live on the recorded version, I need to get 110 new subscribers like right now. That is my call to action. And while you're doing that, you can Cash App, or you can Cash App. That's $Dad G Jones, or you can Zelle Geno Jones Show at Gmail. Whatever you can. Like I said, no amount is too small or too large. If you only got $5, that's great. If you only got $20, that's okay. Maybe you got 100, great. Maybe you got 1,000. You know, from $5 to $5 billion. We'll make it work. Now you might be saying, man, can you Zelle $5 billion? We'll figure it out. Can you Cash App? You can't Cash App $5 billion. We'll make it work. We'll break it up. Just break it up. Like little every day, just like, just break it up until it comes up to $5 billion. All right, I love you guys. Thank you for watching. Once again, big shout out to our new sponsor, Kojo LLC, Courtney's Corner, Courtney Johnson. She was great. So you will see her on a regular basis here on the Geno Jones Show. And if you would like to have a segment on the show as a sponsor, reach out to me. We can make it happen for you. Let me help you grow your business, and we can grow together.
Subscribe and tune in to the next episode of the Geno Jones Show, exclusively right here on YouTube.